Welcome back. Today we're taking a look at this Digiland DL718M 7-inch quad-core Android tablet. This was actually a Christmas present for my wife. Here is the tablet. As you can imagine, it has the standard USB plug with power adapter. Nothing fancy here. I'd imagine this is your standard run-of-the-mill charger. Again, nothing fancy here. The tablet, as it says here, comes with 8 GB of storage and has a 7-inch HD display, which is 1024 by 600, and it is an IPS screen. It is running at 1.3 GHz, and like I mentioned, that is a quad-core processor. It does have GPS, and it has 2 cameras on it. It is running the Android 5.1.1 operating system, and it is Google Play certified, which is nice. On the back here we have more specs. Again, it's the Android 5.1. It's an ARM Cortex A7 quad-core processor, a capacitive touchscreen. It does have Wi-Fi, the 802.11 ABGN standard with Bluetooth 4.0. 1 GB of internal memory, 8 GB of memory with an expandable, I should say, micro SD slot up to 32 GB. I do have a 16 GB chip in there. The front-facing camera is a 0.3 megapixel, and the rear camera is a 2 megapixel. It does have the G sensor built in, which I pretty much think they all do. 2100 milliamp hour battery. Yeah, and everything else is pretty standard. In the box was just the power adapter, nothing fancy in there. And now we have the tablet. Tablet has the power, standby button here at the top. Has your standard, headphone jack, USB connector, volume up and down, as indicated on the back. The SD slot's also there. Let's flip this over. There is that 2 megapixel camera, just your regular sticker in the back, and a mono speaker. We'll flip it back over. See me in the camera. Hello. And yeah, it is 24 degrees in New Windsor. Ooh, very cold. For the money I spent on this thing, I'm very impressed. It's a basic tablet. What do you expect, right? You see, it does have a decent camera on it. It's fairly quick. One thing I noticed this has, it doesn't have the hardware buttons. It kind of has these buttons along the bottom. Your volume up's over here, your volume down's over here. It has a button for screenshot. This is your back button. I think this takes you into all your open apps. This Android 5.1 is really nice. I have it on my Galaxy Note 10.1 inch tablet from 2014. What's nice about this operating system is when you shut the thing down and turn it back on, whatever apps you had loaded in the background are still there. So, yeah. I didn't notice that before with the other Android operating system that I had on mine. So, there really isn't anything spectacular to show you on this. It's a tablet. It does all the same things a regular tablet does. I have a couple complaints about it. First off, the mono speaker on it, when you get to some of the higher volume, listening, it doesn't sound that great. It kind of vibrates a little bit. Hey, what do you expect, Let's see if I can go to my channel here so I can give you a preview of what that sounds like. I'll show you something that's not copyright protected.
Pileggi Technical Services, your computers and electronics concierge service.
That's full volume.
Welcome back. Today we're taking a look at something I got in the mail. I was playing around on eBay the other day and I came across...
Not sure how well you can hear that on the microphone. Let me get it real close to it.
It doesn't look like a whole lot of much because it's not put together yet. This is an...
It's a little fuzzy. I haven't tried it with headphones yet, but I'm sure it would sound much better through headphones. I mainly got this for her because I have one and she wanted a tablet as well, so I decided to get her that. In fact, she was the one who mentioned it and pointed it out. We were actually looking at the Amazon Fire tablet, which was about the same price. However, they were out of stock on it when I went to go pick it up. I got this at my local Best Buy. And, well, it was 50 bucks. And, you know, an Android tablet for 50 bucks, 7-inch screen. I mean, I could fit this thing in my pocket. Why wouldn't you get one? I mean, unless you had a cell phone already, that's the only thing I could think of why you wouldn't want one of these, because maybe it's just redundant. But for 7 inches, it's great. She plays Plants vs. Zombies on it. Actually, Plants vs. Zombies 2. It runs perfectly well. I've watched a couple YouTube videos on it. We actually have a our Chromecast in the living room. We've actually hooked up both of these to it. There's a Scrabble Blitz game that we play where you use the tablet as a controller and the TV becomes your main like play board, if you will. Works great. Actually, I'm pretty impressed with it. Now, I haven't had a lot of time on this thing, and neither has she. Like I said, she's a movie person. She likes to sit on her couch and watch TV and movies, and she just brings us there to like flip through Facebook during the commercials and whatnot. Not as a heavy user as I am, so it definitely works really well for her for that. But even so, I mean, you know, my nice tablet, hey, if I lose that thing, that's a pretty big nut to lose. Where this thing's only a $50 tablet, it's not so bad, really, if you think about it. I mean, hell, even with stuff on the cloud nowadays and everything like that, you don't have to worry about losing your data, so losing the tablet really isn't a huge deal breaker. But yeah, I mean, you can see some of the games on here. I'm pretty impressed with it. I gave it the twist test. It doesn't make any creaky noises. You know, it feels really solid. It's a nice tablet. It takes a little while to boot. Not such a big deal. Camera's up over here on the side as opposed to the middle. Not such a big deal. There is no soft buttons or hardware buttons on it at all anywhere, except for the up and down volume and the power and the standby. And you know, it does recover pretty quickly. The boot up time, like I said, is a little slow, but what do you expect? And well, that's really all I have to say about it. I will mention it has this reset button in the back, which is handy if you need that. But yeah, $50 tablet, Android 5.1, 7-inch screen, 8 gigabytes of memory. Really, what could you want more than that? I mean, for the money. I do suggest picking these things up, maybe even to have it as a spare tablet, you know, or get yourself one of those wireless, you know, gamepad controllers and put some emulators on it and turn it into a little pocket gaming system. Now, will it run like, you know, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas or something, you know, a little bit larger? I don't know. I haven't tried it. I have that on my other tablet. You know, this is hers. I'd have to log in under my account and try to install it, the whole 9 yards there, to see if it works. But I'd be willing to try it out and see how high end of a gaming experience you can have on it. But for the money and for what it is, I'm really impressed. Thanks for watching.